Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Daily English Talk Today, where learning English is easy and fun. I'm Emma.
And I'm Jack. It's so good to be here with you all today. How are you doing, Emma?
I'm doing great, Jack. Super excited for today's topic. How about you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for asking. And yes, me too. Today we're talking about phrasal verbs, right?
Yes, exactly. Phrasal verbs. They can seem a little tricky sometimes, but they are so useful for everyday English.
Oh, they are. Once you start using them, you'll hear them everywhere.
Definitely. And our goal today is to make them easy and fun to learn. So before we dive in, please remember to share this episode with your friends, hit that like button, and subscribe to Daily English Talk Today. It helps us a lot.
Yes, please do. Your support means the world to us.
All right, so phrasal verbs. Jack, what's one phrasal verb you use a lot?
That's a good question. I think I use wake up a lot. Like, I wake up at 7:20 a.m. every day.
Wake up. That's a perfect example. It's super common. Wake is a verb and up is a preposition. And together they mean to stop sleeping.
Exactly. Simple, right? But it's very important.
Yes. Another one I use often is get up. After I wake up, I get up from my bed. So wake up and get up often go together.
Oh, that's true. Get up means to rise from a lying or sitting position. Like, please get up. It's time for breakfast.
Exactly. See, they are not so scary. What about turn on and turn off, Jack?
Oh, those are essential. We use them for electronics, like turn on the light, please, or turn off the TV.
Yes. And turn on means to start a machine or light, and turn off means to stop it. Very useful for daily life.
Very, very useful. Imagine if we just said start the light. It sounds a little strange, right?
Yes, it does. Turn on is much more natural. How about look for?
Look for. I use that all the time when I lose my keys. I'm looking for my keys. It means to search for something.
Yes, exactly. Or I'm looking for a new book to read. It's about trying to find something.
And what about its opposite? Find. No, wait, that's not a phrasal verb. How about look after?
Good one. Look after means to take care of someone or something. Like, I need to look after my little brother today. Or, can you look after my plants while I'm on vacation?
That's a very kind phrasal verb. It shows responsibility.
It does, and it's very common. What about when you meet someone by chance? We have a phrasal verb for that.
Oh, run into. Like, I ran into my old friend at the supermarket yesterday.
Yes, exactly. Run into means to meet someone unexpectedly. It's a nice surprise sometimes.
Definitely. And sometimes it's not a surprise, but you call on someone, like to visit someone briefly. I'm going to call on my grandmother this afternoon.
Call on. That's a good one. It's a bit more formal than visit sometimes, but still friendly. Or if you need to call back someone.
Oh, call back. That's when someone calls you and you can't answer, so you call them again later. I'll call you back in 10 minutes.
Perfect. We use that one so often, especially with phones. Speaking of phones, what about when you finish a phone call?
Hang up. You hang up the phone. Like, I need to hang up now. I'll call you later.
Yes, and it's literally about putting the phone down, even though now phones don't hang anymore.
That's true. The meaning stays even if the action changes a bit. What about when you're inviting someone to come with you somewhere?
Come along. Like, we're going to the park. Do you want to come along? It means to accompany someone.
That's a friendly one. And what about when you want to leave a place?
Go away! No, that can sound a little rude. How about set off for a journey?
Oh, set off. Yes. We set off early in the morning for our trip. It means to start a journey. Good one.
Yes, or if you want to explain something, you can explain away something. But that's a bit more advanced. Let's stick to simpler ones. How about when you give something to someone? Give away.
Give away. Yes. Like, I'm going to give away my old clothes to charity. It means to give something to someone for free.
Exactly. It's a nice thing to do. And what about when you stop doing something like a habit?
Give up. I need to give up eating too much candy, or don't give up on your dreams.
Oh, give up is so important. It means to stop trying or to stop doing something. The don't give up meaning is very encouraging.
Yes, it really is, and it's a great message.
It is. What about when you're doing something and you need to continue?
Carry on. Please carry on with your work. It means to continue doing something.
Yes, carry on. Or let's carry on with our podcast.
Exactly. That's what we're doing right now. And what about when you accidentally find something?
Come across. Like, I came across an old photo album when I was cleaning my room. It means to find something by chance.
Oh, that's a good one. It's like a nice surprise.
Yes, it often is. What about when you invent a story or a lie?
Make up. He made up a story about why he was late. Or she likes to make up songs.
Yes, makeup. It can mean to invent something or also to reconcile after an argument. Like, they had an argument, but they made up.
Oh, that's true. It has two different meanings. English can be tricky sometimes, but it's also fascinating.
It is. That's why practice is so important. What about when you are reading something quickly?
Look through. I'll look through the report quickly before the meeting. It means to read something quickly, perhaps not in detail.
Yes, exactly. Or if you're checking something to see if it's correct.
And if you are trying to understand something difficult,
Figure out. Like, I need to figure out how this new app works. Or, can you help me figure out this math problem?
oh, figure out is super useful. It means to understand or solve something.
Yes, very, very useful. And what about when you get along well with someone?
Get along with. I get along very well with my neighbors. It means to have a good relationship with someone. Yes, that's a nice one. It's good to get along with people.
Definitely. What about if you are trying something new for the first time?
Try out. I want to try out that new restaurant, or I'm going to try out this new recipe. Yes, try out. It means to test something to see if it works or if you like it.
Exactly. It's all about experimenting. What about if you visit someone without planning?
Drop by. I'll drop by your house after work, or feel free to drop by anytime.
Yes, drop by. It's a very casual way to visit, very friendly.
It is. And what about when you are tidying up your room?
Clean up. I need to clean up my room this weekend. It means to make a place tidy.
Yes, clean up. And if you throw things away, you throw away or throw out something.
Yes, throw away the trash or throw out old things you don't need anymore. They mean the same.
They do. Very simple and useful. What about when you put on clothes?
Put on. I need to put on my coat. It's cold outside.
Yes, put on. And the opposite is take off. Take off your shoes before you come inside.
Perfect. Put on means to wear something, and take off means to remove something. Those are super common.
They really are. We use them every day.
What about when you fill a form?
Fill out. Please fill out this form, or fill in your name here. Both work.
Yes, fill out or fill in. It means to complete a form with information. Very practical.
Very practical for sure. What about when you continue to exist or manage a difficult situation?
keep on, like keep on trying, you'll get it. It means to continue. Or how do you keep on going with so much work?
Yes, keep on. It's about perseverance. Good one.
It is. And what about when you create a new idea or plan?
Come up with. She came up with a great idea for the project. It means to think of an idea or a plan.
Yes, come up with. That's a good one for creative moments.
It is. And if you are delayed or slow something down,
Hold up. The traffic held me up. Or, sorry, did I hold you up? It means to delay someone or something.
yes, hold up. That happens a lot with traffic.
It really does. And what about when you meet someone and become friends?
Get to know. It's nice to get to know you. It means to become familiar with someone.
Yes, get to know. Very important for building relationships.
Definitely. And what if you were waiting for someone to arrive?
Wait for. I'm waiting for my friend to arrive. Although wait for isn't really a phrasal verb, it's a verb with a preposition, often used together. How about pick up someone?
Pick up. Like, can you pick me up from the airport? It means to collect someone, usually by car.
Yes, pick up. Or you can pick up a new skill, like, I want to pick up some Spanish words. That means to learn something easily.
Oh, that's a great example of how phrasal verbs can have different meanings. Pick up a person or pick up a skill.
Exactly. Context is key. What about if you cancel something?
Call off. They had to call off the meeting due to bad weather. It means to cancel an event.
Yes, call off. Very common for events and plans. It is. What about when you are dealing with a problem? Deal with. I need to deal with this problem soon. It means to handle or manage a situation.
Yes, deal with. We all deal with things every day.
True. And what about when you want to take care of yourself, like after being sick?
Get over. I hope you get over your cold soon. It means to recover from an illness or a difficult experience.
Yes, get over. That's a good one for health.
It is. And what about when you were talking about the past, remembering something?
Think back. I like to think back on my childhood memories. It means to remember something from the past.
Yes, think back. Nostalgic. What about when you explain something to someone, usually a bit complex?
Go over. Let's go over the instructions one more time. It means to review or explain something in detail.
Yes, go over. Very helpful for studying or clarifying.
It is. And what about when something explodes?
Blow up. The old building was blown up, or the balloon blew up. It means to explode or to fill with air.
Another one with two meanings. The explode meaning is more dramatic.
Yes, definitely. What about when you wear clothes to see if they fit?
Try on. I want to try on these shoes before I buy them.
Yes, try on. Super useful when shopping for clothes or shoes.
Definitely. And what about when you accidentally reveal a secret?
Let out. She accidentally let out the secret about the party. It means to reveal something secret.
Yes, let out. That can be a tricky one.
It can. What about when you want to write something down quickly?
Jot down. I'll just jot down your number quickly. It means to write something quickly.
Yes, jot down. Very handy for notes.
It is. And what about when you want to join a group or activity?
Join in. Come on, join in the game. It means to participate with others.
Yes, join in. Very encouraging. What about when you need to cancel a plan at the last minute?
Back out. He backed out of the agreement at the last minute. It means to withdraw from a commitment.
Yes, back out. That can be annoying sometimes.
It can be. What about when you need to finish something?
Wrap up. Let's wrap up the meeting. It means to finish or complete something.
Yes, wrap up, like we are about to wrap up our episode.
Yes, exactly. We're getting there. These are just a few examples, but as you can see, phrasal verbs are everywhere.
They really are, and the more you hear them and use them, the more natural they will become.
Absolutely. Don't be afraid to try using them in your conversations. Start with the ones we talked about today, like wake up, get up, turn on, and turn off.
Yes, exactly. Start small and build up. You'll be a phrasal verb expert in no time.
That's right. And remember, practice makes perfect. Listen to English songs, watch movies, read books. You'll find phrasal verbs everywhere.
And don't forget to write them down and try to use them in your own sentences.
Good tip, Jack. So, everyone, we really hope you enjoyed today's episode on phrasal verbs.
Yes, thank you for listening. And please, if you enjoyed this podcast, subscribe to Daily English Talk today.
Don't forget to hit the like button and share this episode with your friends who are learning English.
And we'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and tell us which phrasal verb is your favorite or a new one you learned today.
Yes, tell us. We love reading your comments. We'll be back soon with another fun episode to help you learn English.
See you next time, everyone. Keep practicing.
Bye for now. Thank you so much for joining us and learning English with our channel. We truly appreciate your time, support, and dedication to improving your English skills. Your presence motivates us to continue creating helpful and meaningful lessons for you. We wish you great success on your English learning journey, and we hope our channel will continue to support you every step of the way. Thank you for learning with us.